Welcome back to the cryptowrld channel, everyone. My name is Josh, and right now, Bitcoin is still playing out this bullish divergence as the German government is now out of Bitcoin, while the price of Bitcoin is now once again running into this critical area of resistance, while Ethereum is still bouncing from this critical area of support. So I'll be talking about all of that and more later in the video, so definitely watch to the end. First of all, just before taking a look at the Bitcoin charts today, we need to talk about the Bitcoin news today because right now the German government is now out of Bitcoin. In fact, just over a week ago, they were holding over $1 billion worth of Bitcoin, and right now they're holding barely $37 worth of Bitcoin. And so essentially the German government has wiped out their entire Bitcoin holdings just in the last 1 week or so, which basically means there's no more selling pressure now from the German government because they've completely got rid of all of their Bitcoin. And so obviously that is good news for the price now that we've taken a major seller out of the market because they've run out of Bitcoin. And at the same time, some other Bitcoin news today is looking at the Bitcoin ETF flows on Friday. We actually had some good news with a massive net inflow of over 300 million US dollars. And so obviously this broke the trends that we saw earlier in the week. From Monday through to Thursday, we were seeing declining net inflows each and every day earlier in the week up until Friday, where we saw the largest net inflow for the week. And so basically, while the German government was dumping their Bitcoin holdings over this last 1 week, we saw BlackRock and Fidelity in particular buy a lot of that Bitcoin off the market, basically from Germany, essentially. And now that Germany is done selling their Bitcoin, if we continue to see these net inflows going into next week, this could be positive for the price of Bitcoin. Because in case you're new to all of this, basically a net inflow means new money coming into the market in the form of US dollars buying ETF shares. And those US dollars are going to ETF providers like BlackRock or Fidelity, for example. And those ETF providers are having to buy spot Bitcoin in order to back their spot Bitcoin ETFs, which is what gives the ETF shares value. And so essentially, if we're seeing a $310 million net inflow into the spot Bitcoin ETFs, like what we saw on Friday, that is 310 million US dollars coming in and buying Bitcoin. But with that being said, if we're taking a look at the 4-day Bitcoin chart, as of right now, we're technically still within the much larger bullish trend, also known as the bull market, at least based on this super trend indicator right here on the 4-day Bitcoin chart, because at least for now, it's still sitting in the green. We have not confirmed any reversal signal as of right now in the super trend indicator. And if you want to know more about this indicator right here and when it could potentially flip bearish, then check out my last few videos here on the channel because I talked about this indicator in more detail in my last couple of videos here on the channel. And the same can be said about this 3-day Bitcoin chart right here because over the last 1 day, nothing has really changed on this chart right here. So once again, if you're new to the channel and you want to know more about this chart, then check out my last video here on the channel. And if we're taking a look at the daily Bitcoin chart, as of right now, the DXY is massively pulling back to the downside, as I mentioned in my last video, which is technically a very bullish signal for the price of Bitcoin. Because if we're simply taking a look at the last few times where we saw a major bearish trend or a major crash here in the DXY on the daily time frame, basically during all of those times, we saw significant bullish price action, or at least a short-term bullish trend here in the price of Bitcoin. And so once again, around a week ago, we did have the German government dumping Bitcoin on the market, which is basically what caused this short-term dump right here. But once again, right now, the German government is out of Bitcoin. They've already sold all of their Bitcoin. Meanwhile, we're still seeing this massive bullish signal flash. So honestly, I'll not be surprised if we actually see a bit more of a bullish relief in the coming days or weeks. And that's also due to the fact that this bullish divergence on the daily time frame is still actively playing out as expected. Like I've been saying over the last half a week to nearly 1 week now, I expect either a slight bullish relief or at the very least some choppy sideways price action. So basically just a break or relief from the short-term bearish trend, potentially for the remainder for this week. In fact, most likely the remainder of this week, possibly moving into next week as well. And so once again, this is still playing out as expected, but we still need to keep in mind areas of resistance where the price could likely struggle at. For example, in between around $60,000 to $61,000. That is our first area of resistance to pay attention to here on the daily time frame. And if we see a confirmed breakout back above around 61,000, we also have a significant area of resistance in between around 63 to 64,000. Also more resistance in between 67 to 68,000 and more resistance in between 72 to 74,000. And personally, I would start flipping a lot more bullish in the short term in terms of the trend and momentum if we can first of all at least see a breakout back above around 60 to 61,000. And there's also the possibility that we could form an inverse head and shoulders pattern here if we break out back above this first area of resistance, but then see an initial rejection at the next area of resistance. We could potentially form an inverse head and shoulders pattern with a left shoulder right here, a possible head that's forming right now. And once again, if we see that first breakout, but then a rejection first of all from that next area of resistance, that could possibly form some sort of right shoulder. But obviously, as of right now, that potential inverse head and shoulders pattern that could be forming is no way confirmed right now. It's still got a long way to go and might not confirm at all because we need to still see that sort of movement play out in the coming week or so. And so just to make things clear, while we have not yet broken out back above any key resistance here on the daily time frame, at least for now, we have not fully confirmed a bullish trend reversal because for all we know, we could see another rejection from key resistance like what we saw just here at that previous bullish relief. And so we at least need to see at least one confirmed breakout above key resistance in order to start flipping much more bullish again in terms of the trend and momentum. But we already have some bullish signals going for us, like the bullish divergence that's still playing out. And once again, I continue to expect this to play out for at least the remainder of this week, possibly going into next week as well. And on top of that, like I just said earlier, we have a massive pullback or even a crash here in the DXY, which is an extremely bullish signal for the price of Bitcoin. And if you want to trade any of these moves in the price of Bitcoin or any other crypto, personally, I take just about all of my trades over on Bybit. So I'll make sure to leave a link to Bybit down below this video in the description and in the pinned comment. And if you use that link down below this video to make a Bybit account and deposit on that account, then you can get up to a $30,000 deposit bonus, but only if you use that link down below this video. And also, if you use that link, it'll take you to this page right here, which is a massive lucky draw happening right now. And this is only happening for the next 7 days. And so just by trading crypto using the link down below this video, you get these chances right here into this lucky draw where you could potentially win some free Bitcoin or Ethereum or USDT or trip to an F1 race or up to $100,000 just by trading crypto using that link down below this video. And so especially if you're going to be trading crypto anyway, you might as well check this out. Once again, first link below this video. But for whatever reason, if you cannot access Bybit or if you cannot KYC on Bybit, there is also Bitflex, which is another crypto exchange similar to Bybit, but you don't need KYC for Bitflex. And so I will also make sure to leave a link to Bitflex down below this video as an alternative crypto exchange. And with that being said, zooming into the short term, looking at the 4-hour Bitcoin chart, and right now the price of Bitcoin is just about to run into some key resistance, sitting in between around $59,500 to $60,000. Or if we're looking at some of these previous 4-hour candle closes right here, we also possibly have some short-term resistance at around 58.8K to 58.9K. And so simply based on these previous highs and these previous lows and also a significant Fibonacci area on the chart right here, basically in between around 59 to 60,000, we do have a bit of short-term resistance we need to pay attention to. So just keep in mind, it is still possible for the price to struggle here in the short term around resistance. But if we see a breakout back above around $60,000, also we still have this area in between 60 to 61,000. But once we finally see a confirmed breakout back above around 61,000, then we're likely going to see a return back up towards this previous high, sitting in between around 63,500 to 64,000. And also keep in mind, we're now in a weekend, which means usually we end up seeing relatively neutral price action over weekends. Of course, there are some weekends here and there where we do experience a little bit more volatility compared to other weekends. But the majority of the time, most of the highly volatile moves in the price of Bitcoin happen during the week, as we see right here, for example, or right here, or basically almost every single week. The majority of the very volatile moves happen during the week on the weekdays. And usually the more boring price action or neutral price action usually happens over the weekends. And so just keep that in mind. We're most likely going to see a relatively neutral price action potentially just for the weekend. But as always, that is the likely scenario based on what we've seen in the past, and nothing is 100% guaranteed. And if we're taking a quick look at the Bitcoin liquidation heat map, obviously right now the price is moving closer towards this major area of liquidity, sitting in between around 59.8K to $60,000. And like I said in my last video here on the channel, it is extremely likely that sometime soon in the coming days, it's extremely likely that the price of Bitcoin will head towards that area of liquidity, so close to $60,000, to wipe out a lot of those positions. And now we have to also keep in mind that while the price of Bitcoin is heading to the upside here in the short term, we actually have some new downside liquidity starting to build below the current price of Bitcoin, sitting at around 56.4K to 56.5K. But even though we're starting to build more liquidity at around 56,500, keep in mind we still have more liquidity currently sitting above the price at closer towards $60,000, just underneath $60,000, compared to that amount that's sitting at around 56,500. And with that being said, if we're taking a look at Ethereum on the daily time frame, right now the price of ETH is continuing the bounce from this critical area of support, sitting in between around 2.8K to 2.9K. So we're simply still bouncing from that area at the same time as bouncing from oversold territories here in the daily Ethereum RSI. And obviously, this was one of the most expected outcomes here in the short term. As I've been saying basically every day for the last 1 week, I've been expecting either a bullish relief or just some choppy sideways price action. So basically a break or relief from the short-term bearish trend for the remainder of this week, possibly moving into next week as the most likely scenario. And that's due to the fact that Bitcoin is playing out a slight bullish relief, but also due to the fact that once again, we're bouncing from oversold territories. And if we're taking a look at the last few times where we saw oversold signals flash here in the daily Ethereum RSI, usually that means we're at some sort of local low and we're due to see more bullish price action, at least in around a week or so, or at the very least, we're about to see a sideways consolidation. So choppy sideways price action before potentially continuing the trend later on. And so at least for now, we're still playing out that oversold signal as expected in the form of a bullish relief as expected. But in order to actually start confirming a new bullish trend in the price of ETH, we ideally need to break out back above this Fibonacci level of resistance, which is sitting at around 3250. And at least as of right now, that has not yet happened. And so that is still the immediate level of resistance to pay attention to, alongside around 3220 based on this candle wick high. And as for support, we do have a decent amount of support in between around 3050 to 3080. And as for other areas of support and resistance, obviously, if we break below 3050, once again, we have that major area of support right here in between 2.8K to 2.9K. And as for resistance, if we see a further breakout back above around 3250, we also have more resistance at around 3390, so just below 3.4K, and more resistance at this golden pocket sitting in between around 3530 to around 3570. And so once again, just to make things clear, right now I'm continuing to expect a bullish relief or at least some choppy sideways price action during that short-term bearish trend, like what we saw just here or just here, for example. But in order to start confirming a new bullish trend and basically calling the end of this bearish trend right here, we need to start breaking out back above key levels of resistance to be more confident that we're finally flipping much more bullish again. And with that being said, if we're taking a look at the price of Solana on the 12-hour time frame, and right now the price of Solana is once again retesting this critical area of resistance, sitting in between around $140 to $144. And if we can finally see a confirmed breakout back above 144 with candle closes back above that level, then in that case, the next resistance to pay attention to is sitting in between around 152 to 154. And we have a significant level of resistance at around 160. And now, if we were to see yet another rejection from this area of resistance right here, then in that case, we still have a significant amount of support in this price range, sitting in between 120 to 128. And in terms of the short-term trend and momentum for the price of Solana, like I've been saying for a while now on the channel, we're actually looking relatively neutral when it comes to the trend and momentum, because the price is basically just trending sideways, but with a lot of volatility in between, playing out choppy sideways price action in a large sideways price range, similar to what we saw back here. And so at least just in the short term, as in for the rest of this weekend, possibly moving into early next week, this is what I continue to expect here in the imminent short term for the price of Solana as the most likely scenario, just some large choppy sideways price action here. But once again, if you want to trade any of these moves in the price of Solana or any other crypto, check out those links down below this video to claim those extra bonuses. And if you want to actually know how to trade crypto, no matter if the price is bullish, bearish, or chopping around sideways like right here, then make sure to watch these videos popping up right here on your screen. The video in the top left shows you how you can profit from bullish or bearish price action using long positions or short positions, and the video in the bottom left shows you how you can easily profit from choppy sideways price action. But anyway, that is everything that I have to say for today. I really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next video.